right now. Right then. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Global Spec Racing. We are here at the Hungarian in Hungary for round 10 of Tier 2 Season 4. If Twitch would stop playing up, I should be being joined by EXFL Charlie, but unfortunately it's not letting include his audio at the moment, which is always fun. So at the moment, whilst we get that sorted, at the moment it's our, well, I was going to say championship leader, but not anymore. Our championship contender now, B-Cheap, top of the times, the 1 minute 14.2 ahead of Dougal. Just behind him on a 1 minute 14.2. Then FH, our new championship leader, on a 1 minute 14.4 ahead of Edgar's on a 1:14.6. Then Davis 2K7 is next on a 14.7. Then Tate 3 has actually done a pretty good lap with 15.0. Then Edgar Binsky is 7th on a 15.3. Then Abra is 8th on a 15.7. Jimbo is 9th on a 1:15.9, and Raz is 10th on a 1 minute 16.1. So is it still not allowing you to? I'll see if that does make a difference. Give me a sec. Give me a sec, viewers. Just need to sort this out because this is so annoying. Meanwhile, then we have a people on their laps. Leclerc then, first man to the 1 minute 13s, goes to top of the times by nearly 3/10. Good lap there from Leclerc. Once again showing his pace, especially around this Hungarian circuit. I'm guessing it's still not allowing you. Oof, fabulous. Right then. Oh, Twitch, why do you do this? Meanwhile then, Dougal then is the next driver onto his lap. Is the hassle. He gets a little bit of a squirm coming out of turn 2. And up to turn 4, arguably the tightest corner on the circuit. Nearly goes wide, but just about manages to keep it within the track limits. And he comes up to some of the tightest corners on the track. The 6-7 chicane, a little bit of a lock up into the chicane, but he's alright at the moment. Now through turns 8, 9 and 10, and through the very quick corner that is turn 11. He's at the moment somehow a purple one. Dramer then, good lap from him, goes P2. 1 minute 4. B-Cheap spun it, and B-Cheap is out of the session. So that'd be a huge blow then for our championship contender. Out of the final corner, where is this going to put Dougal then? He goes P2 on a 1:14.0. But B-Cheap, that is going to massively affect his session now. It could be way down the order if people like FH, Abra, Jimbo, and SSR Hamilton. SSR Hamilton, speaking of him, he now goes P5 on a 14.3. FH in a little bit down in the first sector. Through turn 11, can he make it up? Yes, he does, by nearly 3/10. So, can FH then get himself onto the front row? Because at the moment, no one getting anywhere near Leclerc's pole time. It is a fabulous lap, considering it's a tier 2 time. Round the final corner comes FH then. Can he dip into the 1 minute 13s? Not quite, just outside. Goes onto the front row on a 1:14.019. Edgar's then, he's half a second up. So could he then sneak onto the front row? Of course, a very impressive performance last time out from the Red Bull. Stuck it on pole position. Here comes Edgar's then. He goes P3. So very close then in terms of the times at the moment. Davis then, the next man Next man onto his lap. No, he's not, because he's just Which audio? Which audio settings? I'll have a look. I will. Yeah, 'cause I've got the party at max I can. I'll turn headset mic off and then back on again. Right, see if that works. 'Cause ugh. Yeah. Do they say what specifically to change? Alright. Because I've got party chat on 100, so you should be able to include it. But I don't know why it's not letting you. Anyway then. Back to the action then. Leclerc once again going quicker. Leclerc is looking like the man to beat here at Hungary so far. We haven't really seen this pace in the last few rounds from Leclerc. Last time we really saw it was back in Azerbaijan, which was round 5. So can Leclerc get himself maybe back into the championship hunt? Through the very quick corner of turn 11 comes Leclerc. He's a further 10th up. So he's looking to maybe get to the 13.6s. This is mind-blowing pace from Leclerc so far. Just got to make sure. I think that's No, that's Abra, sorry. Just got to make sure Abra does not hold him up. He actually gives him a little bit of a tow. He does not improve though. So Abra did hold him up a little bit. Abra now goes on to his lap. I'll have a look to see if I can do anything about it. Very weird. So I don't quite know, because it was happening for tier 1 as well. Apparently Arthur couldn't share his voice either. Out the final corner comes Abra then. He goes in the front row. Just ahead of FH, so very close there between those guys. Apart from Striker's not improving. So I think now we're just going to have to wait for these guys to go on laps now. Kind of in the waiting zone now. Hang on, I'll try something. Give me a second. Maybe he is. It's worse now, but I can't guarantee it. Edgar's then. Oh no, sorry. Edgar's just going on to his lap then. So, here we go then. Because I've changed my sound settings. Anyway. Here we go then. Round turn 2 comes Edgar's then. What will this first sector be? It's good from Edgar's. It's just a little bit down on Leclerc's first sector. He's actually a little bit down on his personal best first sector. He's still got time to gain through this section. Takes the chicane really well there, does Edgar's. And through turns 8, 9 and 10. It's brilliant. It's brilliantly quick section. Edgar's is a little bit up. This the moment will put him on the front row. Can he get within a whisker of Leclerc's time? He's thrown it away. He's drifted, unfortunately. He may have another go though. He may have enough fuel to do it. That's gonna damage his tyre wear though. Davis then is also on a lap, as is Dougal. And our bras just started, so a lot of people starting their laps now. Davis then, for some reason, is slowing down. He must have retired. Yeah, he did. Who's up ahead of him then? That's okay. Dougal's way up ahead of him. Dougal is a 10th up at the moment. Oh right, Dougal's backed off though for some reason. He's not invalidated, so I don't know why he's done that. Edgar's is 3/10 down in the first sector. It's not looking great for Edgar's either. I don't think he'll repeat his feat in Spa. Yeah, and he goes wide as well. So that's pretty much his session over. FH then 2/10 up at the moment. He could be on course to beat Leclerc. Abra then a little bit up. Could he maybe knock Leclerc off pole position here? Round turn 13 goes to Pakistani. Now through the final corner then, can he pip Leclerc off pole position? What is it going to be for Abra? Not quite. He dips into the 13.9s at FH though. He is on course to beat Leclerc, but Leclerc's a further 2/10 up. Through the final corner comes Leclerc then. Can he beat? He does by some margin. FH, can he have any answer for that sort of pace for Leclerc? No. He goes on the front row. Harrison then. He's made a mistake somewhere. Across the line comes Tate then. I think he was invalid. Jimbo then tops the 10th. I think that's our grid. So Leclerc then with a monstrous lap of a 1 minute 13.4 ahead of GSR FH triple four on a 13.6. Then Abra completes the top 3 of a 1 minute 13.9. Wow, what a lap from Dougal. Not Dougal, Leclerc. Leclerc is looking like the man to beat here in Hungary, but of course tyre wear is key round here. Then Davis 2K7 gets 4th, not quite dipping into the 1 minute 13s. Then Edgar's just 4 thousandths of a second behind him. Then Dougal is 6th, 7th is Dramer, 8th is B-Tube, only 8th for our championship contender. 9th is Tate, 10th is Jimbo, 11th is SR Hamilton, 12th is Cameron, 13th is Edgar Binsky, 14th is Striker, 15th is Riles, and rounding off our grid is Scarius Spunk. So then, this could be an interesting race, but there's quite a big gap then between the top 2 and the rest of the field. Is it still not letting you? Alright. Ah. Okay, I'll try that then. Alright. Alright. Try that then. Alrighty then. Okay. So then, EXFL Charlie is going to try an extreme measure, but it might work. So fingers crossed. Yeah, don't worry about that. I'll invite him back as soon as the race starts. So then, our top two, Leclerc and F8, looking very, very strong. At the going into the race, and of course, it doesn't look like the race is going to be wet. Thankfully, unlike the ARL Tier 1 race earlier. But here we go then. Leclerc then leads them off the grid. And FH completes the front row. Then Abra and Davis are on the second row. Then Edgars and Dougal lock out the third row. Then Draymond and Beachy are on the fourth row. Then Tate and Jimbo are on the fifth row. Then Hamilton and Cameron are on the sixth row. Edgar Binsky and Stryker are on the seventh row. And then on the final rows, GSR, Riles and Scarius Spunk. So then, it's looking good for Leclerc so far. It's a little bit like Edgar's in last race. Of course, although it's not completely faultless, because Edgar's did make a mistake. So Leclerc will be really trying to try and get back up to his pace. FH then, of course, our championship leader at the moment. That qualifying was really crucial because if they were to finish where they are now, he'd have quite a big lead on Beachy. He'd gain out his lead by about 14 points, which would mean his championship lead would be up to over a race win. So can FH do that today? But of course, all eyes will be on Beachy to see how well he gets through the field. But of course, he's gonna have to get past the likes of the fast guys like Dramer, Dougal, Edgars, Davis, and Abra. Here they go then. We're already at the end of the formation lap. A very, very quick formation lap here at Hungary. Of course, we have a lot of laps around here, 35. So who then will be our fifth and final race winner here in Hungary? Be Tier 2's race winner today. Let's find out. And then they're lining up, ready for the start. I better put all the telemetry up. Okay then, just got to make sure. Here we go then. Drivers are lined up, just waiting for those lights. Here we go then. 5 red lights are coming on. It's lights out and away we go. It's a good start for Leclerc. It's actually not a great start from FH at all. It's a brilliant start from Abra. Abra could take the lead. Up the inside goes the Pakistani. Into turn one. Abra does take the lead, but Leclerc's going to come back at him. Then side by side through turn two. I think Leclerc may hold it, but Abra is still there, and Abra's up the inside. I think Abra's got him. Yes, he has. Abra, a brilliant start from third to first from the Renault. Then Leclerc follows him. Then FH is trying to get up the inside of Leclerc. Leclerc is clearly struggling at the start of this race. Then Eggers has made a good start. He's jumped Davis off the line. So it's been actually pretty clean start so far. Then Dramer's up in position. Dougal has not got a good start. Tate then's been sent spinning in his Mercedes. So not a great start. Look at me a sec. Alright then. I'll just quickly invite you back. Is it letting you now? Oh, for God's sake. Why does it have to be so complicated? Alright then. So then, on the end of lap 1, it's Abra who leads. A brilliant start then from the Pakistani ahead of Leclerc and FH. I'll just invite you quickly. Give me a second, viewers. Alright then, back to the action then. At the moment, the timing screen is still messed up. Don't know why. For some reason it says FH is still in the lead and Leclerc's in. Now it is. Okay, now it's. Edgars then gets the first penalty of the race on the exit of turn 4. Very easy to do there. We got any? Well, I mean, the whole field's actually quite close at the moment. Beachy was getting close to Dramer on the exit of turn 7, but he's not going to quite be able to get him. Could he get him down to turn 12 though? Actually, Dougal's quite close to back of Beachy. We could have a go, but not quite close enough. Is Dougal? Actually, Beachy does not get a good exit though, and Dougal could try it up the inside, but he isn't able to. Leclerc then is still getting close to the back of Abra. Leclerc actually sets fastest lap, so Leclerc starting to show his pace from quali now. Doesn't quite try and have a go on Abra going down into turn 1. Jimbo then is up the inside of Harrison. Then Harrison could try it, but Jensen gets through then. Harrison then tries it round the outside, but Jimbo's not going to let him through. The front guys actually bolting away at the moment because Edgar simply just cannot keep up with them through the brilliant chicane. It's brilliant to see all the cars going through there. Leclerc then with some very aggressive steering inputs. I see he's twitching around quite a lot, but clearly working because he's still keeping the gap to Abrad there. Scaris then quite close to the back of Garbinski. Don't know why it does that, but okay. So then, Scaris then is gonna have a go then on. Maybe have a go then on Edgar Binsky. Speaking of that, here goes Leclerc then up the inside of Abra. And Leclerc squeezes Abra out, and Leclerc is gonna get the DRS on this straight as well. And Leclerc is through and back into the lead here at the Hungarian. Got any more positions to be made up? No. So Leclerc then taking full advantage of the DRS, and now he will try and build out a gap at the front, just like he did in qualifying. Davis then is the next person to get a penalty, as does Hamilton. A lot of people getting a penalty on the exit of turn 4. It's very easy to do there. And the fact is, they got penalties so early in the race, so they've really got to be careful. Edgar's then going a little bit wide. Davis, of course, trying to get on the back of him. Of course, Edgar's will not have the advantage of DRS, but Davis goes wide. That'll definitely be a warning. But then Davis tries. Oh. It works on Fridays, but it doesn't seem to work on Saturdays. And it seems to be a lottery whether it works on Sundays or not. Because it was working for myself and Thrasher, but I don't know why it isn't working. Here comes Davis then. Edgar's using a lot of his overtake to defend, but round the outside goes Davis then. He's going to have a go on Edgar's. Going round the outside. Edgar's then using a lot of his overtake, but Davis then just about squeezing him out, and Davis gets through. He's up into P4. It's now Davis. Now he'll be going after the lights of, I think that's the corner cut there from Abros. That'll be a warning there. But Leclerc then starting to bolt away. Really looking strong as Leclerc at the moment. Oh, Abra gets a penalty for the chicane. So FH then is really getting close now to the back of the Pakistani. Really close is the Irishman. Tate then is another one to fall victim of the chicane. But Leclerc then is really building out the lead. Any other close battles? Edgar's then. Davis is actually trying to extend the gap, but he's not extending the gap out to FH, and he's not trying to close down the gap between FH and Abra. FH then really close to the back of Abra. He may have a go down. I don't think he's quite close enough though. He's gonna have a big overspeed, but he's not gonna quite be close enough down into turn 2. FH then stays there. Harrison gets past B Cheap. So B Cheap then, it's not been a great start at all for our championship contender at the moment. FH would have a huge lead in the championship. So he's really got to pull his socks up if he wants to keep there. Dougal gets Dreamer. I didn't see where he got him there. I think he got him round the outside at turn 5. So nice move there from Dougal. He gets a bit of a snap. Harrison then gets another penalty. Oh yeah. What fun. Yeah, I'll just fight quick. Alright then. So FH then, he's trying to get on the back of Abra, but he's just not getting the run off the final corner. Dougal then. Alright, Edgars is in already. Wow, that's early from Edgars. I think he's going for the 2-stop. Yes, he is, because he's going on the mediums. Interesting strategy call there from Edgars. Beachy's coming in as well. Whoa, Beachy's being brave. He's trying what I did yesterday. He's going to be taking those mediums a long way. 29 laps. And that's on full pace. So, can Beachy try and get those tyres to the end? He clearly did not take those softs very long. So, can he try and take those hards to the end of the race? We know for fact Edgars is not, because he is going on the mediums. So Edgars is going for the aggressive strategy today. The 2-stop. Either soft, it's most likely soft, medium, medium. The softs do not go very long round it. It is possible to do about 20 laps on the mediums, but it's very unlikely he'll be able to do that. We'll be starting to see some pit stops soon. Because, oh, speak of the devil, in comes Leclerc then, and Abra and FH. So, these guys then are making a break probably for the hard tyres. I would hazard a guess. FH is going on the hards, Abra's going on the hards. Leclerc's going on the hards as well. So these guys gonna take them to the end. These hards can go a long way, so it is possible then for these drivers to get those tyres to the end. Again, if I could do it, then these guys can certainly. So, out then comes Leclerc, Abra, and FH. Edgars then is actually really closed up to FH, and he might try it then on the Irishman round the outside. I don't think FH is going to put up much of a fight here, because Edgars is on the better compounded tyre, and Edgars gets through. So, nice move there from Edgars, and he's now through. Up into P14. Of course, that will be a legit P3 once the other drivers pit. He's now going to have a mount on Abra. So, really good stuff at the moment from Edgars, but of course, he does have a 3-second penalty. And Leclerc and FH do not. Nice ring. Davis then. In he comes. In comes Davis then. So, and Jimbo. Davis, Draymond, and Jimbo, they all come in. I'm guessing they're going to go on the hards as well. Yes, they do. Interesting, Dougal's still out there on the softs. The rest of the guys are on the mediums now. So they'll be trying to take those. Apart from Scaris, actually. Beachy then sets fastest lap on his hards. He's jumped both Jimbo and Dramer in the pits. So good job from BTube. FH then is really trying to get on the back of Abra. Edgars has already got past Abra actually. So Edgars making full use then of those mediums. And he is really bolting at the moment. He is really trying to use those. Of course, he's got to use those because he's got to make one more pit stop than the other guys. I'm trying to get past Leclerc next. So Edgars is now up into P2, but of course that'll be about a legit P9 once his second pit stop is made. Of course, he's going for the 2-stop, whereas the other guys are going for the 1-stop. One stop is the strategy to go with around here. In comes Dougal then. The last of stop runners apart from Scaris. For some reason Scaris is still out there. In comes Dougal then. Onto a new set of hard tyres. And he goes on his way again. Edgar's then unsurprisingly with the fastest lap. As he then goes after Leclerc. Of course Edgar's is in a legit P8 at the moment, I believe. No, he's in legit. I don't know at the moment where he is legitimately, but we'll see where he filters out. All Leclerc very close to death curb there. Do not touch that curb, otherwise it will send you spinning. So top four still pretty close at the moment, but Edgar's now is trying to mount a charge on Leclerc. But Leclerc is looking like he's got strong pace at the moment. Edgar's is struggling to keep up with them. So perhaps Leclerc might be a bit more of a handful for Edgar's. And Edgar's has 5 times the ERS that Edgar's has. In comes Scaris then finally. He's taking those tyres a long way. He's taking those tyres 10 laps. Saying that though, he was on fresh softs unlike the other guys who had completed qualifying on them. He now goes on to the hards to the end as well. And the only guy who'll be ahead of is his teammates. Mercedes keeping the back of the grid warm at the moment. Alright. Yeah, I might do. Fingers crossed. Alright. Alright then. Okay. Oh, Edgar's then hops over the curb. And he gets another penalty. And FH gets his first penalty of the race. So that will not help. Leclerc at the moment is the only one of the top guys to not get a penalty. So Leclerc really keeping his nose clean at the moment. This could mean then finally another victory for Leclerc potentially. Because he is looking very strong at the moment. Both on penalties and on pace. And on ERS actually. Because he's got over 6... Well, I mean he did have over 60% of it. Not quite over 60% now. But keeps going. Tate then gets another penalty, but Tate's not really in the running. So as Tate is one of the only tier 3 reserves in this field. Most of them, interestingly, are actually full-time tier 2s. So good turnout, guys. Unlike tier 1, where we have to rely on mostly tier 2 reserves. For Edgar's then, he's actually not gaining on Leclerc much now. So perhaps Edgar's strategy, it may not work. It honestly may not work. He's gaining gradually, but not as much as I thought he might. He's not gaining nearly as much as he did on Abra and FH. So can FH then try and have a go on Abra? Abra is locking up a lot. So maybe struggling a little bit on those tyres. Here comes FH then. He could have a go then. He's got hardly any of his ERS left versus Abra. He's got 70%. So FH is really going to struggle to get past the Renault. And they're both on the same penalty. So it does not matter in that respect. Well, he's got a lot of his battery to burn. So he's keeping going at the moment. Edgar's then is starting to gain on Leclerc, and Leclerc himself is starting to gain on Striker. So, of course, not this tier 2 race not as interesting as last season's. Don't want to say why, but you know, yes, I know I'm not biased at all, but you know. Leclerc then all over the back of Striker. So could he maybe make a move on the German down into turn 12? Maybe not quite. It's quite good move done, but he's very close to the back of the Ferrari. Striker goes wide then. Locks up and manages to keep it ahead. This is really slowing Leclerc down here. He's lost almost a second on that lap. Yes, he has. Here comes Leclerc then, finally then past Striker. And up into P5. Of course, that will be a legit P1 once everyone pits. But of course, the likes of SSR Hamilton, they will have much fresher hards. Perhaps SSR Hamilton might be in the hot seat here. Edgars then easily gets past Striker, so perhaps Striker made a mistake there. Oh, Edgars got another penalty though. He's got 9 seconds now. So Edgars is really struggling on penalties at the moment. He's getting there. He's got a lot of penalties. I'll go back to the positions gains at the moment. The most gains is Riles, but of course he's yet to pit. Riles another tier 3 reserve. That's it for tier 3 reserves though. Yes it is. Once again, and Davis then gets a penalty. SSR Hamilton still controlling out front. Cameron then is on the back of Ed Galbinski. Ed has a little bit more ERS than Ed does. No, Cameron has a bit more ERS. No, Ed has a bit more ERS than Cameron, I should say. Don't know why I did that the other way around, but okay. Cameron then going to try and have a go on Ed, but not quite able to do so. But of course Leclerc is catching on Riles quickly, because Riles' tyres are starting to go off now. Beachy gets past Davis then. Of course the two former championship rivals. Oh, Davis then tries up the inside. Oh, and Davis has been spun by Beachy. I don't know why they tried it. Don't know why they tried it side by side into turn 4, but it's not ended well. There. Textbook way to do it is how myself and Axe did it yesterday. Not. Oh, really. And Tate has spun it at the death curb. I doubt that will be any. Oh, that is a safety car. Wow. Wow. That's going to really help SSR Hamilton then. And Ed Galbinski and Cameron and Riles. But more specifically Harrison, because he is going to gain a huge amount out of this. Davis is utterly done by that. Oh. A little bit. Taking a little bit of time. Moment, it's looking good for the Alpha boys. Looking really good for the Alpha boys. Leclerc and SSR Hamilton. I'll check the penalties. Harrison would be down a few positions. So that now puts Leclerc back into legit lead. Head of that F1 boy and GSR FH444. Of course, that's really put Edgars down the positions now. Just give me a sec. Perfect timing to come back then, because I believe the safety car is in this lap. Yes, it is. So Leclerc then will lead the field. Of course, the gaps have really closed up, but it does not matter for Leclerc, as he's one of the only ones in the field not to have a penalty. Here we go then. When's Leclerc gonna go? Now, he's going now. It's been a decent start from Leclerc. Away he goes then. Cross the line then. Onto lap 18. Leclerc then leads him ahead of that F1 boy and GSR F8 before then. SR Hamilton is close behind. Beachy. In a minute. Then Jimbo then trying to go around the outside of Dougal then. Could this be a brilliant move from Jimbo? They're going. Oh, Dougal's walled him. Jimbo is out of the Hungarian Grand Prix Tier 2. Jimbo's just been walled by Dougal. People are gonna have to look at that, because that's a bit strange. Does it allow you to? Ugh. Some people are saying it doesn't support party chat anymore. So I don't know. Actually, wait. When was? I don't know. I'll see when that 4-1 was. Oh right, it was set last year. Never mind. So scrap that then. Migrating host. Alright then. Yeah. Jimbo's left. He's going to be so frustrated after that. He was actually in a decent running position, but Dougal just took him out there. Stewards may have to look at that. In comes Riles then. He's for some reason hasn't. Alright, Riles. No, he's out, so there's no. Oh right, okay. Oh, don't want to bloody exit that. It's now not give. Oh yeah. Now it's giving me permission to invite people. Alrighty then. Yep. Jimbo will be absolutely fuming with Dougal with that, but he's in the same party with him, so I don't know if that's gonna fare like that. Dougal at the moment is in a legit 4th. Beachy then. No, sorry, Beachy would then be. Beachy would then be a legit 5th. FH would still be gaining points for his championship lead. DRS is now enabled, but Leclerc is almost out with the 1 second window already. So Leclerc then looking in complete control of this race at the moment, and ahead of Abra and FH. SSR Hamilton is really close to the back of FH, but of course Hamilton has an extra penalty, so that won't help things. Can then FH? Sorry, Hamilton have a go? Nope, not quite able to do so. Tate then gets past Striker. Of course, Tate is on the fresher tyres, so you can actually bring Tate back into the equation. Riles is majorly far behind. Leclerc then is nearly out of the 1 second window. So Leclerc then once again looking in control of this race. Abra then has now has a 1 second gap to FH. FH does not have DRS anymore. She does now, because he's managed to get himself back into the DRS window. Just about 8 tenths behind. So can FH then try it on Abra? He's not nearly close enough. He could be passed by SSR Hamilton then if he's not careful. Could, but not quite. Oh, SSR Hamilton locks up a little bit, which cost him a little bit of time. Scaris then is on the back of Edgar Binsky, who himself is now getting back of Dougal. So Cameron then. I think that's another move from Tate to turn 4. Tate really likes that move, and he's up another position. He's up to P10. So Tate's doing okay at the moment. Edgar's then he's trying to make his way back through the field. His next car is Scarius, but of course Scarius does not have any penalties, and Edgar's has 9 seconds worth. That's going to damage Edgar's race result chances. Best he can really get is where he is now. Well, actually no, because Dramer. So actually probably the best he can get is about 10th at the moment, unfortunately. But Leclerc then still in. Here comes SSR Hamilton then up the inside of FH then. SR Hamilton then gets through. It's an Alpha 1-3 now. Well, not at the moment, because Hamilton needs to get past Abra and then get out of that. Get a gap of 3 seconds. See, at the moment has one more penalty than FH and Abra do. But then that'll be a phenomenal result for Alfa Romeo. Almost two 1-2s in a row for Tier 2. FH gets a bit of a tank slapper. Not all, so does SR Hamilton. Really trying hard here. Scaris then gets his first penalty of the race. They're kind of stuck in stalemate at the moment. Tate then gets another penalty. He's now got 12. Ouch. Not great then for Tate. SR Hamilton is really trying to get on the back of Abra now. He could even go after his teammate. SR Hamilton is looking like the fastest car on track at the moment. Here he comes then on Abra. He sets the fastest lap. No surprise there. Here comes SR Hamilton then. Can he make it an Alfa Romeo 1-2? He's down the inside of that F1 boy, but Abra tries to have a go. But SR Hamilton is now up into second place, and Alfa Romeo are now controlling this race. It's now a 1-2 for Alfa Romeo. So Alfa really going well at the moment. Of course, SR Hamilton is now going to make sure that he gets out of that 3 second win to Abra. He's already got a second because Abra did not get a great run. Tate then past Edgar's then. So Tate then still making good progress regardless of his penalties. FH then is trying desperately to get past Abra here. But of course the SSR Hamilton shenanigans have given him a little bit more of a chance. Once again a lock up though. FH then really trying hard. Abra's also locking up. So these two still fighting hard. Abra goes really wide. But that's gonna allow him to have a better exit. SR Hamilton then the first man in the 1 minute 17s. FH is really trying hard to get Abra here, but he's still not quite close enough. Abra then goes wide, which could allow the Irishman to get a good run. But not quite close enough again. Oh, he tries it. But Abra still holds firm. SR Hamilton gets another penalty. So he now has to gain 6 seconds on FH and Abra. And of course his teammate, I doubt will let him do that. So SR Hamilton is he's really got to find some gaps now, or he'll be tumbling down the order with that. Moment, and now an Alfa Romeo 1-2 is not looking likely. Really trying to get on the back of his teammate. But Abra will soon be back in 1 second window. So not quite within the 1 second window at the DRS line though. Fateson is going to try again on Abra, but once again he just can't get the exit off turn 14. And the straights are not long here, so you've really got to be creative with your moves. Abra then goes a bit wide. Could that allow FH a run? But no, it doesn't again. FH trying everything to get past Abra, but he's just not quite close enough. Unless FH gets brave, or Abra makes a mistake, he's not at the moment able to get past. Abra doing all he needs to do at the moment for that second place. FH then, he could have a go into the chicane, but really for that chicane you need to be alongside the other car to have a go. And even then it's a little bit dodgy. So still keeping an eye on this battle. Abra then goes a little bit wide again. Is FH brave? Has he tried up the inside into turn 12? No, he doesn't. But he's much closer this time. So can he try it then on the start finish straight? Once again, Abra seems so good for this final sector. He's got again a half a second gap, 1/10 down on what it was. But FH still can't, and now he's out of hers. So he just can't get close enough to Abra to have a go. He's getting close, but he's just not quite close enough. Ed actually forces Tate off the road, which the two Mercedes could make contact. Scarius then really wide, which then allows Tate back through, and therefore Edgar's Draymond's going to gain a whole host of positions there, because he has no penalties at the moment. One of the only drivers to not have a penalty, apart from Leclerc. Leclerc somehow doesn't have a penalty. Dramer and Riles. Riles is taking it steady though. Leclerc can absolutely not afford to take it steady, because he's got his teammate right on the back of him. True, he does have a legit about 9-second gap to his teammate, but he's still got to try and go for it. FH then, he's still trying to get past Abra, but once again he just doesn't get the traction. Abra does, both of them have a bit square off the final corner, and now FH is out of us, so he really just can't. If anything, Abra now has the upper hand, because he now has a lot more Rs to play with than FH does. So it's not looking good for FH's podium chance at the moment. Well, I mean, not his podium chance, but his second place chance at the moment. The two Alfa Romeos then are really close to the back of one another. SR Hamilton clearly has the pace now. Of course, look like myself and Axe yesterday. Of course, Axe is in the Alfa Romeo. SR Hamilton all over the back on those on that newest set of hards versus the Leclerc set of hards. You'll see the difference. Leclerc's done 18 laps, whereas SR Hamilton's done 10 laps. That's Tate then round at the chicane. Not great there for. Yeah. No, indeed they're not. Penalties will not help. So again though, just like Abra, Leclerc gets a really good exit on the exit of turn 14. And that does not allow Harrison past again. FH then still trying to get past Abra, but he's not quite close enough. Oh no! Hamilton there. Harrison then. He spun it. Wow. He's thrown it. Oh, now he has. Now he has. Literally, that could not be more perfectly timed. Dramer then tries it. Literally, as you just say, he doesn't have any damage. He just hits the back of Edgar Binsky. But oh god, that has really not helped him now. Now FH is all over the back of Abra. Abra then runs onto the grass. FH looks to be really strong. Abra then doesn't get the best of exits. Almost like he let him through. FH then, he's up into. Yeah, probably he's absolutely kicking himself for doing that. FH then, that seemed like quite an easy move. on our bra, so that was weird. Despite the fact, oh no, they do have the same. They have the tires the same age, but Abra then gonna try and have a go. Of course, they are in the same party, so maybe. It's declared now. Oh my god! It's the curse of the Alfa Romeo. Oh right, he's let. What? 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 What has just happened? Alfa Romeo have just turned from a 1-2 into a... Oh my days. No, he's probably left out frustration. So Alfa Romeo going from maybe scoring maximum points to scoring no points now. God, what dramatic... Oh, I see what they're doing. FH and Abra are letting each other back through to provide some entertainment. But the issue is B-Cheap is right behind him now. So now the fight. Yeah. Yeah, he has. FH let him through. FH let him through. it's a bit like the inaugural social race prior to season 5, where FH and Jimbo were having a bit of a battle. Dramer and Edgar Binsky then having a little bit of a squabble, but Dramer then still keeps the position. Scaris then could have a go on Edgar Binsky, but just runs out of road there. Doesn't quite get past. And I'll see if Abra does the same, because maybe Abra was doing it for the championship. Perhaps he needn't do that now, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if this is truly a game when if Abra lets him back through. He does not this time. So perhaps it was simply for the championship. But they can't afford to do that now because BG was right there with them. So, because if they do slow down, that could then allow B-Cheap a run. If then he may try and have a go for now the lead, because he's getting very, very strange circumstance. The two Alfa Romeos are taking each other out. FH goes really wide then. This could allow BG a run up the inside, but FH defends. Could BG get the run, but not quite enough then for BG. God, I'm just confused at the moment as to what just happened still, but I think it's another penalty. But of course, all these guys have 3 seconds. They are all in a legit battle for the lead. Dougal then will want to get past Beachy then, because I do know Dougal is also in their party. So FH they will be instructed Dougal to try and help his championship chances. But Abra then still leading as we go with 4 laps to go. Can these guys hold on to their tyres? That then puts Edgars up into 5th actually. So Edgars has actually made quite a good recovery from his the fact that he had to do an extra stop than everyone else. Of course, the safety car kind of bunched everyone up. Scarriston sets fastest lap. Interesting. But these guys have been on these tyres for a long time now. Are they going to last? I know my tyres did, but will these guys make their tyres last? Oh, and Prix goes to the death curb, which an FH runs into the back of him. That could have easily allowed B-Chief through there. Dougal then is right up B-Chief's chuff as well. Tate then Tate's Ghost then lets him through. Dougal then, he's really close to the back of B-Chief, but Dougal goes wide at turn 11. Dougal is trying everything to try and help FH, I bet, but Dougal then is not quite able to do it. FH goes really wide once again through turn 13. FH said he's gone wide again, so he's really trying to. Oh, he's trying to use everything to get past Abra. I doubt Abra would want to give it up, considering his last victory was in controversial circus at Riles. Then decides to end his race. I doubt that'd be a safety car now, because there's only a couple of laps left. Dougal then has actually dropped back a little bit from B-Cheap. B-Cheap is now right up the bit, but B-Cheap has been on those tyres one more lap than Abra and FH. So B-Cheap's tyres, they could go at the end of this race. Because these drivers have actually been, for some reason they don't count safety car laps. These guys have actually been on those tyres now for 20. This will be their 26th lap, I believe. So they're some reason down at Beachy. This will be his 27th lap on those tyres. All right then, 2 to go. Then Abra is still leading this race, but FH is not. He's not giving up yet. And neither is Beachy. Beachy is actually closer to FH than FH is to Abra. So Beachy trying everything, but of course he is on the older tyres. He's on the his tyres are a lap older than these guys, but he's really trying to show his pace now. Well then, he's trying to get out of gap. Not quite able to get out of the 1 second window. He stays well away from the death curve. All of them do this time round. Yeah. Alright then. It's just 1.5 laps to go. Abra then is doing a good job in keeping FH behind. But how much longer will that be? Because FH is really, really close now to the back. The back of the Pakistani. As is Dougal to the back of B-Cheap. Hit FH then so close. He almost runs into the back of Abra through turn 13. Through turn 14 now. 1 more lap to go. Who is going to win this race? Is it going to be FH or is it going to be Abra? They're both on the same age of tyres. FH is so close to the back of the Renault, but he's just not quite close enough. Is he going to lunge it into turn 2? No. He actually goes a little bit wide through turn 2, which then allows Abra to keep the gap. FH is trying everything now to try and get past Pakistani. He's so close to the back of the Renault. I know they're in the same pipe, but oh my, FH gets really close to the death curb. There. These two really put on a show for us. FH is so close, less than 2 tenths separate them. On the... I reckon Abra might have done it, but of course FH could have it go down to 12 if he's feeling brave. But he does not. He's not quite close enough. He's so close to the back of the Renault though. Is FH gonna have a go? I don't think he's quite close enough though to Abra. Unless Abra lets it through. They're so close. But I think Abra's just about gonna... No, he doesn't. Wait, does it? Do they? I don't know. Okay, right. I think that was intentional. I think Abra intentionally made that close. So Abra then takes the win ahead of GSR FH Triple 4 by just 37 thousandths of a second. Beachy then takes third. Dougal is fourth. Dramer is fifth. Scary Spunk is sixth. Seventh is Ed Garbinski. I'll complete the grid, but what a strange ending. Very strange ending to this. But I don't... Yeah. Oh yeah. 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 I I don't know. I don't know what happened there though, because I don't know if Abra was trying to let FH back through, or if, or if FH was trying to make it a photo finish. It's weird. But Abra then is finally back on the top step of the podium, ahead of our championship leader, and FH will extend his championship lead, and then Beachy then still keeping it on. For some reason, it's not available. What? What fun. Oh man. What? Oh my god. Yeah. Right then, so completed the grid is Ed Garbinski, and then ETSR Eggers, then 9th is Cameron, and then 10th is Striker, 11th is Tate, then 12th is Leclerc, 13th is Riles, and then we have our non-finishers of SSR Hamilton, ETSR Jimbo, and Davis. But then we will, Beachy, can you turn your mic down a bit? It's, repeating. Alright then. It was such a mad ending. I did have a suspicion there was some party antics going on. Dougal took him out. Nice. Yeah, no, there's no point in us doing proper interviews because no one will be able to hear you. So yeah, pretty much. So damn. We haven't ended it yet. I'll just end it. Alright then. Give me a sec, boys. I don't know. All right then. That's it then for us for GSR in Hungary. Next week we'll be heading to the Netherlands for the second time around Zandvoort. So make sure to join us for then. Tier 3 will be on the Friday, then Tier 1 and 4 will be on the Saturday, and then we'll be back for Tier 5 and Tier 2 on the Sunday. But for now, I've been your commentator GSR 8F1, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.